When I was a teenager, my grandparents gifted me this pencil pouch with a bunch of butterflies on it, and I absolutely loved it. And it had one tiny little line of text on it. Remember that now is barely now. I had no idea what that meant, and a lot of my classmates throughout the years asked me. Finally, one day I looked it up. I came across this poem by Derek Brown called Grocery List. And in this short poem, there was a lot of lines of life advice. Things like be more forgiving, listen to your body. But one really stuck with me through all of these years. Remember that now is barely now. It will soon be back then. Stop. Stop, as in stop and smell the roses. Stop living, waiting for the future, or getting caught in the past, and start living in the present. What you have right now in front of you, you're never going to have this exact experience at this exact time and this exact age ever again. Every moment of every day, we are documenting the past and creating the future simultaneously. Now is barely now. It will soon be back then. One moment we're saying Happy New Year, and the next, it's August suddenly, and we're wondering where 2/3 of the year have gone. The modern world trains us to always be in anticipation of something. We're always looking ahead to the next best thing, saving for life after retirement, planning that big vacation you're taking in a few months, doing a 10-step skincare routine so that you have the least amount of wrinkles in 20 years. As soon as August starts, you're preparing for fall, and before Halloween, you're already planning for Christmas. We start believing this myth that we won't really start living until the after. After I finish school, after I get my dream job, after I lose weight, after I get married, buy a house, and have some kids. It's like we put pause on living right now because we're just in the in-between. It doesn't count, or it's not as important as the after. We spend our days wishing we were in the after. And of course, it's not bad to plan for something. I have always been a planner myself, but this past year especially has definitely not gone according to my plan. We moved to another state much earlier than expected. I got laid off from my job and have been really struggling of what to do next. We've had some health scares and just a general anxiety over uncertainty. But I actually feel like it's been a really great wake-up call for me, as uncomfortable as it's been, to let go of planning so much or trying to control what I have no control over, to see what comes when I just stop, to notice the things that are right in front of me. On the flip side, we can also get caught up with living just for now. We obsess over what's trending this season, the latest drop from our favorite brand, how my body looks in that dress, what I want but I don't have right now. We forget that now is fragile. In the blink of an eye, this moment will be in the past. And most of what feels urgent right now won't even really cross our minds in a year or 5 years from now. We're so convinced that we need to buy this object right now, only to fall out of love with it in a few months and declutter it. We don't think about in the moment what we could do with this money rather than spending it on this useless object. We constantly live by treat yourself mentality. We fill our homes with a bunch of cheap plastic junk, and we're going into debt for temporary excitement rather than choosing lasting peace over our life. To quote another poem by Mary Oliver, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? We only get one life, at least as we know it right now on this earth. Our lives are a vapor in the wind of eternity." And I don't mean that our short lifespan doesn't matter, but that it's precious, especially when we don't know how long we'll get. Could be 100 summers, could be 45. We don't know how long our loved ones get either. What during this life are you going to pour your time and energy into? Sure, some people get the opportunities to travel the world, go on extravagant vacations, become a very successful entrepreneur, actor, singer. But most of the time, most of these moments of our life are the random, normal, boring Tuesdays. Cooking a meal at home, going for a walk, or catching up with a friend over coffee. But these little things, if done intentionally, can be strung together to make a lifetime of meaningful memories. The moments that don't seem significant at the time, but are the ones that you look back on as your most cherished memories. It's been 2 years since I lost my grandma, who I was very, very close to. And I think about the Monday night dinners that we had at her house every single week that just became so routine. But now, looking back, I would give so much just to go back and have one more homemade meal and conversation around the dinner table with her, to hear one last children's book read to me, to even have one great big hug. Now is barely now. It will soon be back then. I don't want the majority of my one precious life to be spent scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. I don't want it to be spent constantly obsessing over what to buy next, or me sitting on the couch every single night just brain dead watching TV. Maybe some nights, but not every single night. I want to do what I love. I want to grow. I want to love and be loved. I want to work hard, but also take the scenic route sometimes. I don't say all this to scare you that our lives are fleeting or like time is moving so fast. This is just an invitation to seek beauty and gratitude in whatever season of life you're in. And if you're in a difficult season, maybe try to see how you can grow out of it. Stop postponing living right now for an after, for a future that may or may not happen. Live for the now, but remember that now is barely now. Don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.